everyone. Mary Lou Andre back again for another edition of Beyond Dressing Well Live. We have a fully packed program for all of you today. Before we get into the seasonal tips, 7 items that every closet should have in the month of December, we have a very exciting announcement at the top of the hour. So as many of you know, I wrote my book many years ago. And when the pandemic hit, almost 3 years ago now, I can't believe it, we didn't just get 1 or 2 calls, but we got many calls from people asking if we had the book in a program that went along with the book. And being the good entrepreneur that I am, I said no, but we will. So we spent much of 2020 really getting technically savvy. We have come so far since then. We are just all up and running on technology. We launched, as you know, our signature beautiful program, 90 Days to Stellar Style, which we're very proud of. Our next cohort for that starts in January. We haven't started enrolling yet. We'll be starting next month, which is actually tomorrow. So we will start enrolling in that. But over the last 2 years, that program is going into its 3rd year, which is just unbelievable. We have met dozens and dozens of women by offering that program who have become, many of them are on the line right now, who have become just wonderful friends of our firm. So, as you all know, we spend a lot of time here in the group talking about that program. We also invite all of you to jump on a connect call with us, with either me, Sarah, or Jen, anytime. We offer that as a courtesy here in the group. We do 1 courtesy style assessment call. So I have done quite a few of those over the last 2 years. And I do listen. I am an entrepreneur and I've had to recreate myself many times. But the question that was coming up over and over the last 2 years was, do you have a self-study course? So again, I didn't hear that once or twice. I heard that many times where people said, can I just download the videos? Can I follow a course? So tonight, I am delighted that this little package, and I'm going to open it up for all of you. This is my gift to you. Didn't I do you like the wrapping paper? I tried to match it to my outfit. We are about to give another gift to all of you and also to the firm. This book, which has been out for 15 years now, has just been such a gift. And when I wrote it all those years ago, I always mark everything by the age of my kids. My kids were so little when I was writing this book. The reason why I wrote it is I was working with a woman who I met her at a conference, and we ended up just hitting it off. And she came to Boston to work with me. So I never went in her closet. We were just shopping. And she just stopped me in my tracks and said, do you have a book? And I said, no. And I am a journalism major. Many of you might not know that, but I am journalism and fashion marketing. So I always wanted to write a book. And I tried to write a book by myself. I sent in, maybe 30 years ago, I sent all these proposals and I got nothing. And it was so painful that I just never wanted to even go there anymore. And she said, and I said, no, I haven't written a book and I'm okay. I don't, that's all right. And she said, no, it's actually selfish that you don't have a book. She actually used that word and it just struck me. And she said, your process is so great. I've already learned so much just going to a course and then coming into Boston and working with you. She said, my sister's an agent and I want to introduce you to her. And if you have a book, Meredith be the one to get it into the world. That was in March of probably 2003. And I had a proposal written in about a month to 6 weeks. And I sent it to 20 publishers. I had 3 bites and we went with Penguin House. So I received news on June 30th of that year. I remember her telling me, we're either going to have a deal by July 1 or I can't help you. And my birthday's in July. And I remember it was the best birthday present I ever got. So the book became our way of connecting in the world and really sharing our methodology in a whole new way. So tonight, our big announcement is we have now mastered technology, and where I had a huge book party when this became my third child. Tonight, we're here on Zoom, because isn't that where everything gets done these days? And we're announcing that the Dressing Well method is now available as a self-study. I had the goal of getting that done last year in 2021. 2021 came and went and I didn't get it done. And then 2022, that was one of my big goals. And here we are, November 30th, and we have it. I had a busy year. I had 2 boys graduate from college. I got my summer back. And then, of course, my mom invited me to go to Ireland in October. That doesn't happen every day. And I said, I've got to get this done before I go to Ireland. And I did. And I just want to thank the team. This does not just happen. This has been a full court press from my husband and my good friend, Tom Segali, who I knew back in my television days. Tom came over and set up my living room as a studio, taught me how to use the equipment. My husband and I shot it. He came and took all the equipment. He edited it. I went to Ireland. I came back and I had a completely edited video series. It was absolutely amazing and delightful. And then the hard work started. So a big shout out to Jen and Sarah, who I'm looking at. A big shout out to Sabina Grady, who, oh my goodness, Sabina, I don't see you, but I could never have done this without you. June Tarter, who I see on the line, who is always my inspiration whenever I need a good old cry and say, I can't do this. June's always there to tell me that I can. But Vanessa, Maria, who's on the line, and our new operations manager, Leah, who started 2 weeks ago and got thrown into all of this. Once you have, those of you that are in marketing, those of you that are business owners, once you have the product, that's only half of it. Packaging it, selling it, putting a price tag on it. But what we want to do tonight, because this community means so much to us, is if you buy this this course, and Sarah's going to get the links up over on the Facebook group. I've got lots of help over here with Jen, Maria, and Leah, and I think Sabina somewhere is going to get the link over here on Zoom. The price of the course will be $299, which is also an amazing value, but it comes with, tonight we are giving it, if you buy by midnight, it's $99. And if you buy by midnight, we're also putting in 2 amazing gift certificates: a style session with Jen Coletti, a style session with Sarah Zango, that comes with curated shopping links. It's the same product that people in our Stellar Style program get. So if you buy tonight, again, $99, huge value. It comes with 5 videos, 30-minute videos. They're all taught by me. It comes with the downloads that we use in our higher end program. So it's quite a package. And you also have the opportunity to get 10% off any of our other programs within 6 months of purchasing. So if you come in and do the self-study and you really like it and you say, I really do want to join more of a group program, you can apply that 10% to any program. 90 Days to Stellar Style is not going anywhere, but we are revamping it. The videos will be definitely woven into that program. And we also have 2 ways to take it next year. You can take it with the stylist support. You can also take it as a group member. So Jen and Sarah hold a mighty Monday night from 6 to 7. They are on calls with that group. So we do have 2 ways to take that program. But tonight is really about celebrating the videos, the self-study. And again, it's $99 tonight, $99 really through Friday night at midnight. But if you would like a chance to win one of those style sessions with Jen or Sarah, it's tonight at midnight. So that is my big reveal. It has been going on behind the scenes here for many months to pull something like this off. Sarah watched it today for me. There's only been a couple people that have seen it so far because it's so brand new. But Sarah's response to me was, it's so sophisticated and it's just really well done. And I'm just so grateful for all the people that helped me get that done. Okay, so that is our big announcement. We do have a cheat sheet tonight. Just put cheat sheet in the chat over on Facebook, put cheat sheet over here on Zoom, and we will get that to you. But now on to the program. And I missed you guys last week. I was on break. Everybody was on break. We all had Thanksgiving going on. And the week before, we were over at Milton's. So last night, I went back to my roots and I became a mall rat and I walked the mall so that I could pull together a dynamic program for all of you so that we can kick off the holidays in style. And by the way, if you would like to gift that program to somebody, there's like a one-page sheet that has all the information. There is a button that you can click if you would like to give it as a gift. And that is also for $99 until Friday at midnight. But I did go out to the mall. I got a little of my own Christmas shopping done last night. I'll show you a couple of things that I bought. But really what I wanted to do tonight, it is November 30th. December 1st is tomorrow. The holidays are already here. It is the busiest time of year. And if your clothes are stressing you out, what I hope to do tonight is to give you some really practical tips on how to get through the next few months with a little bit more joy, a little bit more confidence, and a whole less dress stress. So my list for the 7 items every closet needs in December is, let's start with black pants. They can be leggings, those are pants. They can be black jeans in any shape that you're comfortable in. When I was at the mall last night, I've been hearing so much about these Oprah the Spanx pants. Have you guys heard about them? They're like the Oprah pick. So I picked up a pair for me, and I actually got them in a jogger style just because I have a lot of leggings. I have a lot of black jeans, but I really didn't have the Spanx Oprah special with the jogger. But the reason why that's on my list is if you can start your day in a comfortable pair of black pants that you can sit at your desk, you can do an errand, but then you can elevate them that night. It just starts to make the whole dressing game easier. And those of you that have been on these calls for a while, have been in our programs, have worked with one of our stylists privately, you know that we approach this whole puzzle like a professional contractor. He or she starts with a really basic wardrobe and then they build up. And this time of year, it's, again, the leggings, a good pair of black pants that you just feel great in. And, you know, there's nothing like a little party pant as well. So I got these last night at Macy's. I thought they really fit me well. They're INC. And then for those of you that want a little bling, but don't want to fully commit, I found these with this on the side. So somebody asked me the other day, a client I was working with on Zoom, she's like, because I do have a lot going on this month. She's like, how do you do it? And I actually have 5 pairs of black pants. These little sparkly ones are going in the mix after the show, but I have them hanging, not in my drawers. I took them out, but I've got them hanging and ready to go. So that's number 1, is a really good black pant. The next one, and you've heard me say this hundreds of times, is then you got to think about your layering piece. And we are big fans of a long sleeve tee, a short sleeve tee. Even under this dress tonight, I have a little camisole on. So when you have a good base, that a dark, and it doesn't have to be black, I'm just using black because it's easy to get your head around and it really gets you thinking in terms of capsules. But if you have that on, you can put a vest over it. You can put a sweater over it. You can put a variety of different things. And, you know, just because it is the holidays, I saw this last night on my shopping trip. This is the shape that I really like, but I loved that it had this kind of disappearing. It starts sparkly and then it gets like it's a plain t-shirt down here, which will be really comfortable to tuck in. You know how sometimes it's like if you have too much stuff on it, it's like uncomfortable and itchy. But as you can see, just putting that on and then maybe doing a fur, like a faux fur vest and some fun boots, whether they're short, tall, you're out the door. And then you can even put sneakers on and a shacket. That's one of my picks tonight. I got a couple to show you, and you can get your day done. So it's Christmas, so I'm adding some razzle dazzle here, but basically what we're really talking about is pants and tops that make the base, and then all the things that you can do with that. Even like a black turtleneck, I'd be lost without my black turtleneck this time of year, because I can put a cape over it. I can put a coat over it. I can be warm enough at my desk, etc. The second one is a crop of holiday tops. And those of you that have been in our world for a while, those of you that have been in our Stellar Style programs, you know that one of our core philosophies is 3 tops for every bottom. 3 tops for every bottom. I hear Jen and Sarah and Kathy repeating that in a lot of their emails, in their dialogue with clients, especially those of you that are traveling or have a lot of parties. So last night, and this was kind of funny because the woman that checked me out, she was like, I bought all this stuff like in 30 minutes. She goes, I was watching you. You're a really good shopper. I didn't want to tell her I'm a professional shopper, but when you get really focused, you can really weed through the stuff and pick what you want. So I really like this brand, Vince Camuto. I think it's a fabulous price point with a lot of style. So I just grabbed these 3. I love black and gold, by the way, this time of year. And a lot of people ask me how to make black look a little bit more festive or even brighter on Zoom. And when you add gold to it, this is a nice polka dot, but even a gold necklace. The other thing I love about these is the sleeves. And one of my top 7 lists are vests, whether it's a puffer vest, whether it's a faux fur, you really can see the sleeves. And if you're someone that gets really cold, so you could do this for like a dinner party. And then if you have something that's a little bit more casual, here's another one, all the same brand. You could really just put a vest on and give it a different look. So 3 tops for every pant. And tip number 2, and this is all in the cheat sheet, just get cheat sheet up in the chat and you too will qualify for that. And remember, tonight we are running a special. We are really celebrating this new product that we are so happy about, because it gives us just another way to serve and connect with more people. But all of these tips are in all of our core methodology. Okay, so I'm relying on Sarah and Leah to get some excitement going for that special that we're having. The next one that I have is Holiday Zoom Color and Bling on Zoom. So I think I wrote Holiday Zoom Color and Bling. So if you are somebody that's on Zoom a lot, why not? This is a strategy that I use with a lot of my private clients with great results. I get them these cashmere sweaters. They're everywhere. I got these at the mall last night. Talbot's has some really nice ones, and the sales, like these were 40% off. But the colors that are catching my eye right now, this purple, it looks blue on the screen, but it's really purple. It's just such a pretty holiday color. Of course, red. And I love red and purple too. If you're somebody that really likes to add a little bit new color combinations, that works. And then I love this hunter green. I'm seeing it everywhere. And when I was in the checkout line, I just grabbed this off this little necklace. Isn't that cute? But look at how great it looks with the green sweater. So it is the holidays. You might grab a scarf. I had a scarf here a minute ago. You might do a scarf. You might do some wacky glasses, but this is the time of year to have fun on Zoom. Some of you, a lot of us are back to in person, but a lot of parties are still on Zoom, and you can get a big bang for your buck with these cashmere sweaters. I love the colors, and I have a lot of clients that are really busy. They love having like those 3 tops that get them on camera, feeling like $1,000,000. And these are also great gifts to give. All right. So that is number 3, is have a little fun on Zoom. If you're not a necklace person, add some blingy earrings and you're ready to go. Number 6, I already touched on, is the layering vests. I could not get my life done in the month of December without vests, just because I'm at my desk and I'm cold. And this is actually a gift I bought. I'm not going to tell you who it's for, but I bought this last night just because I just thought. I also love when a vest is cut this way. So people that carry their weight, I love when it's got this additional space down here. This is a size medium. It's a pretty generous medium, but I love the zipper too, because you can zip it where you're most comfortable. So zip it all the way up when you're really cold, when you're at your desk. If you can't zip it, these look really great. I always say go on a scarf diet. But if you're someone that has put some weight on, if you put a black t-shirt under this, it will really camouflage. Black is a minimizer, light is a maximizer. But if you put a scarf, you could even do white because the scarf would hide that if you like. But you just start to, again, right now, go in your, tonight, this weekend, go in your closet and just grab some of the pieces that resonate with you. My goal is always to give a couple of fresh ideas that resonate with you, plant some seeds, but layering sweaters. The fresh way that I'm doing it is, where did I put that? Oh, it's over here. Is a lot of people have silk blouses in their wardrobe. And they get a little chilly if you live here, especially if you live here in New England or in other parts of the world. But I find that when you can put it, I love these I bought this for myself. I love it. I love this cream vest. It's really more of a poncho, but you can put, I've got a lot of clients that have gorgeous silk blouses. I have somebody right now that has this champagne blouse, and she's like, I'm just freezing in it now. And when we put, and she's not really that look, like with a crew neck sweater is a little bit too conservative for her, but we got her a vest like this, poncho, I guess, layering piece. And she's able to wear all of her silk blouses in a new way. And again, if you've got a black skinny pant, you're out the door. If you want to jazz it up with a fancy pant, you can do that as well. So that's what I mean about the sweaters. On my list here, I say puffers, faux fur. You can really get a lot of style by adding the right vest. You can make it look really casual and you can make it look really dressy. I had a great black fur vest that I lent to a friend. Need to get that back. I was looking in I almost had Sarah drive her vest over to my house today because I'm crazy. Then she said, do you really want me to do that? I said, no. No, you don't have to do that. But in my head, I had that black vest with a lot of those pretty shirts. So we talk a lot about vests, so I didn't want to go too far on that. But also those of you that are taking holiday Christmas parties, Christmas pictures, a lot of, the vests and adding, like having everybody wear jeans with some people in a red shacket. I'll get into the shackets next. It's just a great way to, if you tell everybody to wear black, red, and cream, you could have a lot of different looks with a red sweater, a red vest, red shoes, red boots. It's just a way to make a picture look really unified. All right. And I'm not quite at shackets yet. Buffalo plaid. I love to add a new print. And this is the one that's been catching my eye in the store. So a couple of tricks. So these are going to my husband for Christmas. I hope he can't hear me. He's sitting out there pretending he's reading. But I always get him PJ bottoms. Now, they had a whole display at Nordstrom last night where they had PJs for the whole family and your dog. And you know me, I love to dress up my Susie Q, but I said my kids will think I have lost my mind if I have everybody wearing, the buffalo plaid. So I did get these for my husband because they were his size and they were really reduced. So I bought those for him. And then another idea is I did this last year and I had this left over for all the young women that I buy for. I've got like 5 young women that I buy for. Last year, I bought them all this little, it's like a little makeup bag, and I put a gift card in it and I wrapped it up and gave it to them. So that was an idea I wanted to share with you. I've got one left. And then just because I'm always wearing socks, I picked these up for myself. So think about a print. The buffalo print, I think, is really fun and casual, and I'm always looking for more casual stuff these days, but I put that on my list. That was number 5, is buffalo plaid. And the good thing about when you get a couple of different things in the same print, that's when you have a lot of things to wear. So when you look in your closet, you can say, oh, that buffalo plaid jacket looks good with the buffalo plaid hat, or buffalo plaid scarf, and then I can put the socks on. You get the gist. And number 6, oh, this is a good one, is the sock booties. Have you guys been seeing those? They're everywhere. I went out last night kind of looking for them, and I stumbled upon these, and I absolutely love them. They're sock sneakers. So I have a pair. These are Michael Kors, and the ones that I own already are Michael Kors, and they fit my feet perfectly. So I had these on at the store. I almost wore them home. But what I really like about them this time of year is, you see that coverage that you get? So if I'm wearing a legging or even a tight, it's not, you can, right now, if they're really low, the whole what kind of socks you're wearing. But I love these because I can get them under my straight cut jeans. Like I have jeans that are a little cropped that are wider. I can get them under that. And then if I am just wearing leggings, I'm not going to have any exposure. So that's what I mean by a sock. Sock booties are really big. I don't have a pair yet, but I went to get them last night, and then I saw sock sneakers, and I just love these, and they're so light. So I know I'm really going to enjoy these. And also there's some black patent on these. They just yell water resistant. I don't know what they are, but they really look like I could get a lot of wear not when it's like 10 inches of snow out there, but here in New England we get some sloshy days that aren't quite that weather. You have to be that careful, and I really just like those for that. All right. And of course, last year, someone asked me, are the lug soles still in? Yes, I bought these last year. I wear them bought these 2 years ago, actually. And then I bought these last year, and I'll be honest, I don't wear them as much. They're a little bit heavier because of the shaft. I like them. They're cool, but I don't slip them on like I'm going to slip those sneakers on and my little Uggs on. So I wanted to tell you about that. And it's 7:29. So I got to do my last one, is the shacket. So I'm always thinking of new ideas because we've been doing this program now for 2 years. So I got to come up with fresh new ideas. So I think it was February, I posted a picture of me and my shacket on Instagram. And I think it was one of the most liked photos that we did. It was this one, which I love. I got it from Abercrombie and Finch. But my kids turned me on to these shackets. It's part sweater, part jacket. And talk about getting your life done. You can throw this on really to go anywhere. And then, of course, I always, buy a fresh hat. And when I wear this with black, I wear this. And when I wear it with brown boots, I wear the pom-pom like that. So another stylist trick is, if you're somebody that really struggles with putting your hats and mittens together with your coats, a lot of times I just take pictures for people and have them keep them in their phone. And they'll say, oh, I forgot that red hat really looked great with that green plaid coat because there's a little bit of red in the plaid. So those are my tips for tonight. I hope, again, I hit my goal of 1 or 2 things that all of you can claim as your own, and will give you a little more pep in your step. The second big thing for tonight, of course, is the video series. And I am just delighted to have that project done. Again, it allows us to get our message out into the world a little bit easier. We spent 2 years really mastering technology. So the fact that we were able to finally get this product, and it wasn't easy, I'm not going to lie. It took me a whole weekend to shoot them. And then, of course, the hard work was what Tom Segali did, was editing them, and what the team did to edit the materials, to package it up. Sabina Grady, just unbelievable. We had a huge tech issue today. She solved it. And I am just so calm with the people that are around me. Sarah did all the edits to the final handouts to make sure they were consistent with what we're doing. And it's just a phenomenal package. So if you would like to support us, if you've been somebody that comes on and every week and really wants to have something that's special, we wanted to do it at $99 because we know that not everybody can afford to be in our higher end programs, and that's okay. I really had a mission this year to create something that everybody could have at an affordable price. So the book is still fantastic, but this takes the book to a whole new level. Again, it's 5 videos. We got them to 30 minutes. I think people are also have Zoom fatigue or video fatigue, but they're 30 minutes. And the goal with them is you can watch the organized wardrobe and then get in your closet and tackle it. You'll have the handouts. And then if you do that and you decide, I really do want some accountability in a group setting, call us. We're not going anywhere. And you can definitely, we now have a way to take Stellar Style where you can come just as a group member. And of course, our Luxe package, we're renaming that program to the Luxe will be with the stylist, because that program really is, you get the videos, you get the downloads, you get the group accountability, and then you have a stylist by your side guiding you. So now we have 3 ways to take the Dressing Well method. We are super excited. And again, for anyone that buys tonight by midnight, you will have a chance to win one of 2 amazing virtual style consultations with Sarah and Jen. And you guys have been around for long enough to know how talented they are. And it is the same one-on-one consult that you would get if you were in one of our higher end programs. So if you're somebody that has always been curious about how that works, this is an opportunity, a really good opportunity, actually, because our group here tonight is small. We're going live tomorrow to the rest of our community with the offer, but only this group is eligible for those 2 stylist appointments with Jen and Sarah. And again, they will Zoom into your house. It comes with a questionnaire to get clear on your goals. They'll get on the phone with you. They are lovely. They're excellent at their job. And then they will shoot you a beautiful email back that lists what your goals are. And they'll include up to 10 shopping links, which those of you on the line that have been on the receiving end of those, it is like Christmas morning to get those links. It's so fun to look at them. It's up to you to buy them, but we're also part of that survey that you get in all of our programs. We shop high and low. You see how we do it here. We're not going to send you links to brands that aren't in your price range. They're curated links. It is a ton of fun, and it's very easy for us to spend a little time on the phone with you, identify where the gaps are, and then show you what I did tonight. So I kind of did what that program does. We do it online, but I went to the mall last night and said, what are those 7 things that every closet could use that I can quickly pick up, and everyone in the audience can identify with 1 or 2 things that resonates with them. So I know a lot tonight. The cheat sheet has the 7 tips if you're interested. It also has the special outlined on that. Again, midnight tonight, and you will be thrown into the awesome raffle with Jen and Sarah, and you have a good chance of winning because this is a pretty small community. And then tomorrow we are sending out an email to our larger community, our email community, and we have thousands of people on that list. Everyone on that list will have an opportunity to buy the package, the special, for the $99 until midnight on Friday, but they will not have a chance to win the 2 sessions with Sarah and Jen. That's being reserved exclusively for you. And that really is our gift to you. This book has been a gift to me, my family, my firm, my business. It's now been transformed, and I cannot believe it. If you told me 3 years ago that this book would be a video course, I would have told you you were nuts. But here we are, we have it. I am super proud of it, and I am a tough number on myself, as the girls can attest. I tend to be a perfectionist, and I have to say, I went to Ireland and I said, it's out of my control. I've got to come back and be happy with whatever it is. And I'm just delighted to say I'm just psyched at how it came out. So that's it for tonight. Any questions, throw them in the chat. Again, put cheat sheet and we'll get you that information. And the videos is not going anywhere. You can get it this week for a really good price. but it's also going to be a part of our suite of products and services for a very long time. So that is it for tonight. I am in New York City next week, so I will not be on the live, but I'll be back the next week. I can tell you what I saw in New York City. I'm there working next week. And then we've got 2 more lives before we take a little bit of a Christmas break. And then we'll be back for 2023. We've got some amazing guests, amazing ideas. And again, thank you for showing up, because when you show up, we show up, and we are happy to share with all of you on this live show. So happy December, goodbye November, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, thanks everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.